Stock market update on Monday, the 23rd of March, before US Open. And you might think that you've now seen the bottom of the market, the bottom being Friday's lows, because you look at some of the moves. The Dow's expected to open 800 points higher after what Donald Trump has said. In terms of wanting to do a deal with the Iranians, Taco, Trump always chickens out. He's given them now 5 days before he apparently bombs them, which obviously he won't do because the Iranians have made clear they'll just bomb the desalination plant in Saudi Arabia. And that would leave the Saudis extremely thirsty and very angry at the Americans. So that ain't going to happen. So the low that you saw on Friday on the S&P, I'm just looking across at the other screen, to about 64.95, call it 6,500, round numbers tend to be lows anyway. That Friday low looks like today, of course, the market will open higher than that, significantly higher. It didn't look like it on Sunday when he made the threats that he did, but he's now backtracked before US market open, of course, because he didn't want the Dow opening down 1,000 points. However, what I'm going to suggest to you is that Friday's lows are going to be breached in perhaps the next week or two. Okay, so this isn't the end of it. Now, we know this because in the past when we've had this kind of scenario, for instance, on March the 10th in 2025, we've also had it previously August 14th, 2023. We've had it previously also March, don't know what it is about March the 14th, 2022. You get something of a false relief rally before you get the final capitulation lower. Now, the question here is how low will the capitulation be, let's say, from today's lows? Is it going to be another 15% lower as it really was in the brutal 2022, or is it going to be, which would take you down to about 5,400, what is that, about 1,000 points lower on the S&P, or is it going to be a capitulation which is closer to the tariffs, which is again about another 13-14% lower? So you're looking at roughly the same amount from where we are today on a worst case scenario, which is we'd hit, like I said, about 1,000 points lower on the S&P 500. Okay, so that's where we stand at the moment. Whilst everyone's being euphoric, I'm not trying to be a contrarian, but what I would say to you is, for those of you trying to time that, the chances you're going to be able to time that and manage your expectations of fear, greed, panic, and euphoria are highly limited. The odds are against you. So the majority of people would be better off just sitting through it. And a minority will, of course, try and time it. They will try and sell out of all their positions. They'll see the positions and the market move higher. They'll end up buying back more expensive, and then they'll see it pull back, and they'll repeat the exercise. That's why most people should not try and ride this tiger. I would suggest they're probably better off sitting their way through it, unless, of course, they are using leveraged or trading positions. If they're investing, sit through it. If you are trading, then this is for you. Now's the time not to be thinking that you're through the end of it, and you might still want to hold on to some of those shorts or stay put out of the market in cash until you get below that low of Friday, which I would suggest to you is going to happen over the next week to 2 weeks. And the clue, if you're looking for a fundamental macroeconomic reason other than just momentum in prices, is what the Israelis said, that this still has 2 to 3 weeks to go at least. So regardless of what Trump says, that looks like the direction of travel, and today's relief rally, and you can see it from the market, is one which, as he did with the tariffs, whenever he saw something of a relief rally, is double down into it and then start talking tough once again, especially if the Iranians come back and say, don't know what he's talking about. We're not having direct talks, and we're not interested in capitulation or making a deal. Okay, so buying into capitulation, most definitely if we get to 5,600 on the S&P 500, I'd be filling my boots no end. But for the moment, I don't see a particular reason to call this the bottom of the market, and you can see the upward trend over there as well. Okay, folks, thank you very much.